We should be live. It didn't say screw you.
Are,
It didn't.
are we live?
We're here. We're live.
We're
Today
alive.
Fuck.
for today's
Shit.
cast of
Wait.
Merry Misfits, we have me, Michael, your host, Jalen, your co-host, and Ronnie's back again because I don't know.
Yo.
Return of Ronnie.
And for the first time ever, the unscheduled appearance of Ariel, who's now here.
Hello.
And we got stuff to talk about. So, first of all, E3. Anything anyone specifically excited for?
Pokemon!
Thank you. Okay,
Yes.
Ariel, I see that you're a
What?
part of the Lulu crew, so I guess that makes us rivaling executives of two different mafia factions. I
Oh
will wish
no.
you-
Yeah.
He's part of the Marip Mafia.
Wow.
Marip was
Well,
first.
I was
and better.
binging Supergirl, and I was about to get on to YouTube to go through the E3 posts, but then I haven't got.
You fool!
You know what?
They,
I
I'll be
told
okay
you
with
last
it.
night to do your homework, but did you listen? Well, okay.
I saw that this morning.
When will you realize that your actions have consequences?
Well, I mean, we were going to talk about E3, but nope, it just looks like Jalen, Ariel, and I are going to talk about E3, and Ronnie will be silently
I only-
nodding his head, wishing that he knew what he was talking about, like the rest of us.
Except that Ronnie
I
never
mean,
knows
the
what he's
only
talking
thing I was
about.
looking forward to was Pokemon and
Animal
the
Crossing.
new
'cause,
Legend of Zelda
Animal-
remake.
To be honest,
the only E3 show I watched fully was the Nintendo Direct, and that's about it. And then I watched clips of the other stuff.
I watched
So
the Cyberpunk.
I'm pretty much
trailer.
on the base as Ronnie.
I rewatched the Cyberpunk trailer earlier today, and it looks pretty good.
You know, I feel like
Keanu Reeves
Cyberpunk
is
was
in
already. It was already going to be a good game. Then Keanu's like, yes.
Keanu Reeves kicked it over, this is gonna be the only game you buy.
yeah, to be honest,
Yeah.
speaking of the
No,
Legend,
it's like, oh, mhm.
speaking of Legend of Zelda, to be honest, I'm really not digging the new style.
You don't
Or,
like? I think it's nice.
Link's Awakening.
Yeah, not.
They're making a sequel. Yeah, it's I like it. But it's not for everyone.
It's
It's
like
it's nice.
Yoshi's Woolly World. It's a hit or a miss.
Yeah.
It
I
really is.
honestly
least-
would be like, I would be
At
okay
least they
if
have-
they actually adopted the Breath of the Wild format for every Zelda game, because the whole point of Zelda is it's an adventure.
Yeah.
The adventure is every day. Bruh, in Breath of the Wild, you could essentially spend an entire day cutting down wood to make a fire, and then go to your house, and then play with your horse, and then go to sleep. That in itself is the most relaxing thing in the world. Just being able to
But
do
hey-
whatever you want.
Breath of the Wild sequel. So
Yay, something
That would honestly make me happy. I like that.
I thought it was gonna be a DLC, and they're like, nope,
yeah.
new game.
It's a
So,
whole other
unlike
freaking game.
Unlike Bethesda and apparently Ubisoft when it comes to Assassin's Creed, not a DLC, because Assassin's Creed Odyssey is getting a DLC, a year after it launched, where they're like, well, making storylines and characters is too hard, so now how about you make your own storylines and your own quest with the characters you already have?
Everybody
they-
keeps
Whoa.
making fun of us saying that we don't make good enough storylines. I'm like, well, you know what? Why don't you do it?
Yeah, to be honest, they've just
That's
That's
our
the
job,
most
so we-
literal way to take it.
they've just confirmed essentially all fanfic for that game. And then there's
Oh.
the year 2 whatever gig for Fallout 76 from Bethesda. Speaking of which, two viewers, what are you most excited from E3 for? Assuming that you were not like Ronnie and did your homework, or just happened
Don't
to be
just
paying
throw
attention
me
about
under
it.
the bus. If you're gonna throw me, throw Ariel too. Please.
For what?
If it
For-
makes you feel any better, I didn't watch E3 till yesterday.
But he
You
watched
know what?
it.
It kind of does actually.
But I'm not there. See, I made Ronnie feel better. I got Michael's favor, and I might not be as bad as Ariel, who only watched the Nintendo, but I'd like to everybody to know, Destroy All Humans looks sick as hell,
Yes,
I'm-
it does. I did
and
see
I'm,
that.
I'm very
actually.
willing to go check that out. I like honestly excited for because there is one, and it's really dumb though. I'm excited for E3 memes.
Oh,
Oh
yes.
no,
E
it's
E3
only gonna be Xbox meme.
Well, it looks like we caught everyone by surprise because right now we got 2 viewers. Hello to you 2 viewers. Everyone
we have
else,
2 viewers. Oh my god.
Rip.
if there are 2 of them, then it's not worth it.
Yeah,
Oh.
we
It's
got.
not the same.
Oh, I'm one of them.
It's okay. Oh well.
I'm not one of them.
It just means
so
that no one can be
the delay confuses me.
It just means that no one can be disappointed in Ronnie for not doing his homework.
I
Honestly,
mean,
I can live with that.
I
Dalen can always be disappointed in me.
Ronnie,
Hmm.
buddy, you know why I can't be disappointed in you?
Why?
Because I've been in ILT for 6 years learning Spanish. Then I took a language test yesterday to see how proficient I was,
No!
and if I had gotten at least a 245, I could have gotten 2 semesters off, essentially taking off an entire year of language, meaning I don't have to do anything. Guess what I got? 245.
A 230, hopefully.
No, I wish I would have gotten to the 200s. I got a 143, and I was like,
Oh no!
I looked at ILT's wallpaper for a second. I'm like, I somewhat failed you, but mostly you failed me.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like,
Oh,
the la-
that sucks.
I haven't been, like, I've been learning Chinese for 6 years, and I can barely speak it.
Meh. I wish I could say I could speak
Speaking
it.
of that, yes,
Mm.
Jalen is a college
Nice.
student now, as he mentioned earlier. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how orientated do you feel after going to orientation?
I'm going to die here.
That's nice.
Oh, look, a robin.
Is it gonna kill you, or is it just you want to die here?
No. It's like it might kill me if I'm not 100% focused. So me visiting might be very, very few and far between. Like,
So, like, you'll visit once in
I'll
September
maybe
and
visit,
then
like-
visit on the last day.
I might visit, once a semester.
Nice.
So
At
Oh,
least,
well.
we've got word from Lynn. She just says, "Well, shit." So
Dang.
that's not
Well,
good
shit.
I
news.
guess it looks like we might kick Ronnie out in exchange for Lynn.
Well,
What? Why?
I mean,
Because why not?
sacrifice.
we're probably not
See,
gonna.
Ariel got it.
I mean, we're probably not gonna do that. Probably, since the
Probably.
whole reason that he's here is to talk about our experience with Jacob and his younger brother Noms at the botanical
Nom,
garden.
Botanical Garden.
Nom, that annoying little shit.
You see, Noms isn't so much the problem as bad influences like that one lady who asked Noms to ask one of the physical laborers there to go up to him and ask him how much he makes. Like,
Like,
That's
the-
not very
and the
She
thing
so
is,
thought he wasn't gonna do it, and then he did it.
he's young and impressionable and will do things for attention and probably doesn't know better. And we interviewed her after the incident, and she literally was like, "Well, it's rude and dumb to ask, so I didn't want to do it. So I got this kid who I know doesn't know any better to do it." And we're just like, "You're a terrible person." And she goes,
No!
"Oh yeah, and I'm a teacher." And I'm like,
No!
"You thought
That's
No!
you thought American students sucked before." Also, if you're
Try
watching this
American
podcast, you're a bad influence, and yeah,
It
Fight
was Miss
me.
Thomas's cousin, so I don't.
I don't
think she's
care.
watching.
I don't care. If somehow she randomly drops her phone in a toilet and it randomly turns onto YouTube onto this very video, and she goes, "They're talking crap about me." I don't give a crap.
Because it's in the toilet.
Damn straight. Oh yeah, speaking of which, I don't know, either on the 5th or 7th podcast ever, we're going to have a pun special of I'm going to try and get as many people onto this podcast as possible to out pun me. And they'll lose.
And groan
But-
at your
but
puns
to-
simultaneously.
Okay, Michael, I've actually been working on that because despite all of the crazy amount of college stuff I've been thrown at, I have still been thinking about Tangent Talk. And one of the things I've been thinking of was,
The dedication.
okay, it's going to be absolute mayhem if we allow as many people as possible.
Well, I
So,
mean like
what we're gonna
4
do-
people.
No.
Like,
I
at a
was like,
time.
let's do 6 people, and it's a 1v6, but each of the people take their turn.
Consider myself uninvited to the pun. Because I don't want to.
I will probably just be here to watch.
If Ariel, if you don't show up, it's because your dog is dead and your cat had monkeys.
Nani the
Wow.
fuck?
He doesn't
Why?
even have a cat, so I'd be even more concerned.
I'm
Exactly.
so insulted.
I am here.
I think we should start with 4, and then when I win, next time
When you win.
we'll try 6, and then, I don't know, we'll just keep stepping it up from there. It'll be pure, total, and utter chaos. Just
I feel like once we pass like 10, we'll be getting into the okay, now we gotta stop.
well, it's not gonna get past, I'd say, like 7 people, but what's gonna happen is we're just gonna get better and better pun people. And it's gonna be like, you have to give them more and more time, because it's gonna be like, Michael can only use this certain, like, relatively wide subject for puns. They can use anything, and they've got, like, 10 seconds to come up with a pun, and then 20 seconds to come up with a pun, and then 30 seconds.
No, I feel like we should do it in reverse. 30 seconds to come up with a pun, because instead of just coming up with one pun, they can come up with multiple. And then we shorten it down to 20 seconds, and then 10 seconds, until it's just rapid fire, quick pun. Oh, that's funny. Oh, but then we shoot back with something else. Until it's just essentially like ultimate tennis, where it doesn't even look like they're having the ball hit the ground. It's just constant smack between the racket.
No,
That sounds like
Also, for the mildly educational portion of this podcast that isn't about E3, because I like to be mildly informative, we're going to explain Pavlovian programming, which is, believe it or not, a psychologist's gig. I want to say he was German, but that might be stereotyping because his last name's Pavlov. I could
That's
be
funny.
wrong. Essentially, it was if you feed dogs, if you ring a bell, then feed dogs. If you ring a bell again, they'll start salivating because they're thinking they're about to get fed. But I don't know how long it took them to, like, program these dogs. Because, to be honest, I don't really, remember the timestamps that go along with early 1900s psychology experiments that go on in other parts of the world before I was born. In fact, I don't even know any form of timestamps for psychology experiments that happen even after I was born. So yeah, now you learned something. And if you didn't, well then, stop being a spiteful little bastard. Because the only one who would, like, bother to point out that they didn't learn anything would be like,
me.
I don't know, someone spiteful would be like, no, I didn't learn anything.
No, Michael, I did learn anything. All you told me was a fact. But you didn't teach me a fact that could help.
all you
You just
told me
taught
was something I already kind of.
Well, yeah.
Oh fuck.
Well, now you know it better. Appreciate.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Michael.
Alright.
Is it scary that I have found like the equivalent of each of you in these 3 days I've been here?
Oh, that's scary. You found a roadblock at college that quickly?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was about to say that.
She was funny. She and I was like, oh wait, it was, like, I'm sorry
So
to
not
ask.
me.
And she was like, no, she told me she was a lesbian. I'm like, close enough.
Well, I was about to say this is the opposite. Oh, Lynn's here, but give me a sec. I was gonna say
Yeah,
that this is
When you said she was funny, I was like, so it's not me.
I was gonna
Caleb,
say that this
Are you
is
done? Are you done?
I am. Yep, I am.
Do you know where Maple is? Because I have lost its balls.
Maple. I know where Kurt is.
You know what? F it. I'll find it somehow.
I don't know what's going on.
Thank you, Karen.
College life?
I'm assuming college. I would
Yeah.
say that this podcast is the exact opposite of the last one because we don't have any viewership to fight with, but it also just kind of low-key turned into the roast of Ronnie again, so we're at least half as the similar as the last time.
Oh, okay. Hang on.
I guess we'll just fight with the fact there isn't a viewership to fight with.
Never mind.
Boom. Got you. Seaman. This is, you know what? My mom is like, oh, find your way to Maple. You can go eat if you like. I'm like, thanks, Mom. I wish I knew where any of these places were. I've only been here 3 days. Wait a second. Did I just... Okay, I was like, did I get disconnected?
No, you're still here.
Nope, Lynn's just really quiet again. Sorry, Lynn.
Also, guys, I now realizing that today is my last day of college already. I wanted to
What?
see who. Everyone in here has played D&D. I was gonna ask, what has been your favorite D&D moment so far?
Honestly, just loved watching Colton absolutely lose his shit.
What, Ronnie?
Like, anytime we would play during club, he would just lose it.
I think he doesn't know what D&D is.
No. He's kind of right. They had no sense of order.
Oh, they're talking about okay, well...
I was
club.
talking about club.
A part of me felt bad because I'm like, I'm really supposed to be like in charge of both of these, but I only have time to prioritize one.
Ooh. Oh well.
Also,
I chose correctly.
I have some mildly interesting channel analytics. So,
Ooh.
apparently 67% of the viewership for this channel are not subscribed. So apparently
67. Oh, they're about to catch these hands.
Well, apparently we're just too cheesily, hilariously amazing that these people are apparently too ashamed to sub to us, but will still watch us. So I guess thanks for watching, but you could just sub. No one's gonna judge you for it.
You know what? You know what? If you can't sub, leave a like.
Yeah, we should be getting at least 10 likes a video, because
Also-
10 people end up watching.
And I believe this is for the entirety of my YouTube career, how, even though it's a dumpster
Career.
fire, hey, I've been doing this for multiple years, and the last podcast was mildly successful, so I could say career.
All
Three
right
people.
then.
We have 3 entire views off of the Linux iOS, so if anyone's viewing on Linux, I feel bad. I'd tell you to open up Internet Explorer, but, you don't have that.
You're leaving me, Aaron?
And
Aww.
I enjoyed you being in our group.
Same.
So much fun.
I hope that I can see you around campus.
Yeah, I hope so too.
well, that's a guest I didn't invite. Freaking
My door is always open, Aaron.
freaking
Just
hitchhiker.
not always open.
freaking hitchhiker.
I was
Also,
about to say that's a good way to get your dorm robbed. Dorm. That's a good way to get place robbed.
No, it's. Oh no. It's a good way to imply something else, which is why I stopped myself and said, "Okay, not always open." And I was like, "No."
also, we have 2 views from a Wii, so whoever's watching this on a Wii, what are you doing?
Get yourself alive.
No.
get
Back
yourself
up.
alive.
Hey, stop. I respect you
Go
for
to
watching this
T-Mac.
on a Wii.
No. I'm not saying that I don't respect them for watching this on Wii. I'm just asking what they're doing.
No, Ronnie told them to get a life, and I'm like, I will
That-
attack you, Ronnie.
Okay,
Ronnie.
I respect you if you're watching this on a Wii, but what are you doing?
I have
Going.
subtle respect.
How's it going?
Also, we
I
have
just got back from from the registration building because I have been walking around for like a good 15 minutes. Like, where the fuck am I going?
so much
I found
college.
her
So much,
finally.
so much college.
Hmm.
Also,
I just read a tweet that said Banjo Kazooie is coming to Smash.
oh yeah,
Banjo.
I had
Do you
a
know
heart
how
attack when I
long?
saw that.
Banjo
Do
Kazooie
you know
is
how long people
confirmed
have
for
been waiting for
Smash.
this? People have been waiting for this since Melee.
I saw the silhouette, had a heart attack, found out it was Dog Hunt, and then thought to myself, oh, they're gonna do what they did with K-Roll. And sure enough, they did.
Yeah, so everyone like thought that Duck Hunt was gonna be Banjo Kazooie, and then they lost their
Hi.
shit, and then it wasn't Banjo Kazooie, and then they thought Incineroar was gonna be Banjo Kazooie, and then they lost their shit again, and then it wasn't, and then everyone was sad, and then he got confirmed for DLC.
Remember
And then
when
everyone's like,
everyone was like angry when they found out that Pichu was coming back, but freaking all the other Pokemon didn't come back. Like
Except for my man Lucario. Yeah.
even though Lucario kind of got nerfed
can I get the
with every
bacon
other character.
mac and cheese?
No, you can't.
Can I get some sauce with
No,
a roll?
you can't.
You gotta stop.
No. Marinara sauce.
I want to make a reference to
Just put it on the side.
like really old GTA. Be like, can I get
Thank
number
you.
3, 4 number 2s, number 7 with extra cheese, number 8 with too much sauce. But no one will
Number
get it.
9 large.
Can I get a number 9 large and 2 number 9?
So welcome to Tangent Talk, the college simulator.
Bruh, if we have video call expertise on here, I would be showing you what college life is.
Can we do
We don't-
temporary video calls?
No,
We don't have the budget
I can't
for
do it on
that.
mobile.
But we do though.
No, we don't. Have you seen my bank account?
Oh, wait.
Michael, if you show people your bank account, that's on you.
Exactly, I don't. So that's why I'm like suspicious now. Has Ronnie hacked me? Hey, I mean,
No.
Ronnie, don't hack me just because we haven't talked about Watch Dogs 3 Legion coming out.
Speaking of which, Watch Dogs 3.
Speaking of Watch Dogs 3,
To demonstrate how much fun Watch Dogs 3 is, we've brought a Russian hacker in to hack the
To
public
hack
school
everyone.
system.
To the NSA.
Give us all
Watch this,
hundreds
I
so
have
we can
none.
all tap.
I take no part.
No, we're hacking the public school system so that we can set back the start date to the day after school ends.
Mm,
Because that makes lots of sense. Also,
Oh my god,
so
I
we
keep
would all just
forgetting
kinda
this.
skip a year.
Michael,
Sure. What?
Ariel, Ronnie, I need you guys to know this if you ever go to UNT. The seats in the cafeteria recline.
What the fuck?
What?
well, I'm definitely going to UNT.
The seat.
Wait,
like,
hold on.
you
The
can go
what cafeteria?
The seats
In
the seats in the cafeteria recline.
I was just making sure I heard that correctly.
Yes, so that way if
let
you
me-
ever feel full, you can recline back in your seat and just.
Take a nap.
Yes, you can.
UNT?
You can sleep in here. Yes, UNT, Kerr Hall.
Mm-hmm.
So their admission rate
Um,
just skyrocketed.
Yeah.
They're like, I don't care what kind of courses you got, do your seats recline?
Actually, in about 6 of the classes I went into, the seats reclined. I'm like, oh,
Oh god.
I'm about to be fat.
Well,
I'm about to be even fatter.
it looks
Mm.
like UNT got sponsored by Lazy Boy.
Mm,
Also, 244 views came from iPhone and 1 view came from Roku OS. So whoever the hell's watching this on Roku OS, what is Roku OS? Like, is that a phone or is that a console?
it's an app on a TV.
That's hilarious.
So basically, they're watching you on their TV.
Okay, I wasn't sure. I've never heard of this Roku. I was assuming it was something like a Zune, Forgotten Magic.
Can't afford cable. It is the
Okay, I hear Roku and I immediately thought Avatar. I'm like, oh,
Yeah, you're not the only
Disappointment.
one. Also, I'm sick of playing Overwatch with people who don't understand what composition of team means.
What is this team word you speak of?
Like, I kept trying to play 3v3s, and then I'm always that character who doesn't choose their character. I choose my character last. You know, I see if we get someone who's like, oh, I'm a tank player, oh, I'm a healer to go first, even though they always play DPS. And then I'm like, oh, we need a tank, and I go tanker. I go, oh, we need a healer, and I go healer. Oh my goodness.
I once played on a team where everyone was basically like you, including me. So the game was about to start, and no one has picked a character yet, and we all panicked. Yes.
If that happens, I'll be like, you know what? I want to try and get better at DPS, and I'll pick DPS. And then someone will go tank, and someone will
Yeah,
go
that's
healer.
what.
What happened for me
Yeah.
is one person insta-locked Widow, the other person insta-locked Hanzo, and I was just sitting there going, why do we only have DPS people who can't self-heal? And believe it or not, we lost 0-3.
Whoa,
Yep.
really?
That's essentially how it goes.
Like, who would have thought a team with either no tank or only one healer would die immediately?
Who would have
Quick
known?
question. Who has seen Mob Psycho 100 Season 2?
I've seen it.
Okay, Ariel.
Spoiler.
Do you remember
Yeah.
that scene with
Mhm.
the dude that could do offense, the dude that could do defense, and the one that could heal, and that also had speed? And then he was just like, oh my god, look, it's a perfect team composition. I'm like, oh my god, wait. Offense, defense, and healing are working together for once? That never
Unheard of.
happened.
No,
That's
it's
what I'm
What
like,
is
this
this
is
heresy?
anime. That's what he wrote anime. I'm like, wait a second, that never happened.
no,
They're
it,
working together.
Escapism at its finest.
yeah, so, I mean, it's not uncommon. It's not unheard of, but it's definitely uncommon.
It's 100% uncommon.
Yeah, it's like when you're trying to play Monty in Siege, and you're like, well, whoever teams up with the Monty gets free kills, or a team kill, and then they just leave the Monty alone, and I'm just like, you're all idiots. A lot of you. Someone is trying to give you free stuff, and you're like slapping out of their hands and going, no, I want to pay full price for it.
Well, you do know that there are people who actually do that, right?
Well, they're idiots.
I had no idea, Lynn. Lynn. Lynn was barely a whisper, but I could still feel that. You do know that. I'm like, ooh, I can feel it from here.
Oh, they're playing Mario Maker.
Oh yeah, Mario Maker 2.
Mario Maker is literally torture, and if you don't believe me, go watch the video that Dorkman made about it.
Don't worry. The reason I will never play Mario Maker on my channel is the same reason I'll never play Overwatch. Not Overwatch. Undertale. I don't hate myself.
What do you mean? Okay, what about Undertale?
What?
Undertale is like
I'm not saying Undertale is a bad game. I'm just saying that I would probably not get past the third enemy. So
no, Michael.
because
Michael,
I
it's
would-
not that hard.
Why you wouldn't get past the
No. I wouldn't get past the third enemy, which is why I'll never play it, because I don't hate myself.
Dude, the only way that you'd have
Michael, it's not that bad.
is if you were doing genocide run.
It's not that difficult, Michael.
If
I
you're
promise you
doing
it's
an
not.
Aspesis run, you'll finish that within a day.
You overestimate my ability to screw things up.
Oh
It's
my
really hard.
Okay,
to
Michael, tell you what. If you play the game alongside my 5-year-old cousin, and my 5-year-old cousin does better than you, then I will 100% believe you, and you can stop playing. But if you do worse, if you do better than a 5-year-old, congratulations, you can't mess up any worse than they can.
Yeah, but I can mess up near their level, just not on their level. Screwing
No,
up
no,
is
no,
an
no.
art, and they're the masters.
Toddler's a drunk adult.
Yeah, but I can't have that kind of content for another 5 years, so...
Okay.
Well, at least legally. I mean, I'm not just gonna live podcast me doing illegal drugs.
I mean,
Cocaine.
that's what I'm.
Hey, don't do cocaine. Hey,
Hey, everybody go subscribe to Crimson Weeb, where I will do nothing but drugs on live podcasts and call.
Let's not.
I mean,
yay!
do you not want to go to college?
I'm already here, buddy.
Yeah, but they'll kick you out.
Want to stay?
I mean, as long as I do it over the summer before I get back into the campus itself.
Yeah, but like I was once on a Boy Scout thing, and then everyone was like, "Oh, we're gonna go for walking." They're like, "You better not go do that thing." And they're like, "We would never." And then immediately the day after, my sister points out to me that all over their social media feeds is them doing the thing that they're not supposed to do, and I'm just like, they're actually retarded. They lack any form of intelligence. I swear I didn't do it, but I'm also going to hand over my gun because I've been arrested, along with this tape of me confessing. But I still didn't do it.
And then here comes the real question. It's like, wait a second, where did you get those? You're not even a part of our department.
Don't worry about it. The meme I saw that was just like, okay, I'm done with this job. I'm going to hand in my gun and my badge. You're a waiter, sir. Where did you get those?
No, that's all I was referencing.
Also, if you win arguments by yelling louder than the person so that they, while trying to speak to you like a normal human being, can't get a single word out, you're a full ass hoe.
Dang. Full asshole?
Yep.
Not side hoe?
Nope.
What if I'm a half asshole?
Ronnie, shut
Okay,
up.
Michael, do you know what my favorite insult I called someone this week was?
This week.
This week.
What was it?
Oh, yes. No, it's okay. I saw you were working.
Only
Like,
this
maybe
week.
I should go. Can I get some fried chicken?
What else for you?
Some fries.
Okay, what else for you?
Maybe some green beans.
Anything else for you?
No, I think that'd be all.
Food again?
You go.
Thank you so much.
No problem.
Just eat.
Now for the insult I was gonna say. I call because they were taking advantage of how nice I am to get people food. So I called one of them a dildo. I was like, I call you a dick, but you're not real enough to be a dick. So I'll call you the fake dick.
Well, it's a good thing that we aren't sponsored, because then we definitely would have been demonetized. Yay,
Oh,
Didn't we
being
get
poor.
demonetized twice the last time?
We also aren't monetized,
aren't
so we
monetized.
can't get demonetized. Because
Can't get D.
Because so far, today's podcast is only brought to you by me and computer problems, and sadly, we're both broke.
Mm,
But that's sure to change eventually.
6 years. That's my max. I believe that in 6 years it will change. 100%.
But
so
Sadly,
by the
that-
time your college life is coming to an end,
yep, because he'll be very rich and successful and be able to sponsor his
Hopefully.
own podcast.
Hmm.
Where we'll have real mics
Michael.
and be able to fly people in, so that instead of doing this over Discord, where if the internet goes down, our quality goes down to shit, that we can just do it in real life. Scary stuff.
Michael,
I
we
know.
I
should
promise
do
you.
we should do that like at the school on the weekend, and have like real mic and stuff.
How would we get to this point?
Ronnie just said to replace me. Ronnie spoke it into existence.
Well, yeah, but one problem with that being, first of all, I mean,
It can be like an anime club ordeal with Miss Thomas and everything.
we don't have any mics. Problem two, the equipment, Miss
Can't
Thomas.
say fuck at school.
If we do it at school, they have a right to essentially edit it. So if you do it at school and they know you did it at school, they get a right to go, well,
Wait,
I don't like
seriously?
this content, so you
No.
can't do it. No, yeah, we
They can.
And
They
then
can.
It's in the
It's
It's in the
Yeah.
it's in the student contracts.
if we do anything in their facilities, they have the right to monitor it. That's why I have stuff that I have one video up front that includes the school in the background, and that's just a video game joke, and I'm not popular enough for them to know about it, so they ain't gonna worry about it. and ain't nobody gonna tell them, right?
Mm,
Right.
Michael,
Yeah.
I promise you, if I ever like started doing my own stuff, I would start like bringing up, hey, at least you didn't go to this high school. National Leadership of Texas.
Yep. Which is why I get the story where, again, if you yell at someone so that they can't talk to you like a normal human being, you're a hoe. Someone was being super loud so that the AP kids trying to review for the AP test that I'm not going to talk about because then they could redact my score. Nobody put this under at AP test. Kept getting loud, so then we kept trying to tell them to be quiet, like civilized humans, and then that didn't work, so eventually we just yelled at them, this is why you're not allowed to be in the same room, because it's 3 girls that if you ever put them in the same room, you're probably going to get decibels that make higher grades than me.
Holy guys, I need to tell you guys something that I just saw really quickly, and I need to remind you.
what?
Chris Barber is a midget compared to some of these people.
Chris Barber is the
Wait,
tallest
what?
person at the school, who's like 6'5". For those of you
Is a
who
midget
aren't
compared to
knowing.
the people.
I
in
saw a
Colorado.
dude, Michael. There was a dude here that was 7'3".
Ugh,
What am I, a
Is that
fetus?
He
possible?
dwarfed.
Can...
Yes.
Lynn,
Walk-
Lynn.
It's funny because you're
That's
short.
taller than Caleb.
Wait, what did Lynn say? I can't even hear her.
She said, "Since when are humans allowed to do that?" Or something along those lines. It's
No, I said, so what am I, a fetus?
Yes.
it's funny because
Yes.
she's short. Ah,
Michael,
You're
you did
so
not
not
say it
helpful.
twice.
No. And I saw this man pick up his plate.
I did this,
His hands are bigger than Chris's.
And
oh
his
God,
been
that's
across
scary on
continents.
its own.
Lynn, okay, this is an audio podcast and people don't know you. I gotta explain it for the people who aren't from this. I've got friends possibly watching this, I don't know, I've only met on Overwatch, okay? They can't get all these inside jokes. I gotta spell it out for them.
Alright, so Lynn is like real short, like shorter than me.
Ronnie is a midget. And so
And they
that
don't
makes
understand
Lynn.
that comparison either, Ronnie. Visual
Okay, I'm
references.
5'8". There's your comparison.
Ronnie, make another short joke. I see you next year.
Ah.
All I
Let me
heard
just
was
stay
Lynn say
in-
Ronnie. And now I know Ronnie's gonna die.
I'm gonna go to another continent, and I think I'm just gonna stay there.
I will find you. You're not that hard to find.
You really aren't Ronnie.
Well, unless you're talking about it on Discord. In that case, you have no activity.
Yeah.
You have no way to find me.
Well, no, she has a way
Ronnie,
to
are
find you.
Wait a
Yeah.
second. Did Ronnie just take pride in that? I will destroy you.
A little, just like a little bit.
Well, you see,
Do you know how
Ronnie,
hard it is to get in contact with someone who's just about as useful as Miss Hamilton's upload schedule?
dang her.
Ah, damn.
And they don't get
That's
that
so
joke
true.
either, because I don't think anyone from the senior class of 2019 of the specific high school we go to is,
Or the freshman class. Speaking of which,
Or the,
Ronnie,
The like
I saw
2
her here.
freshman classes that got Miss Hamilton.
explain that joke for everyone who's not of that specific group of people.
Miss Hamilton, Phyllis, a monster
The best-
born out of.
The
No,
best
she's
teacher
not.
to ever exist.
No, she's not.
You're failing at this. I mean, explain the fact she's an English teacher at a high school and doesn't actually ever put grades in. That part.
Oh yeah.
Why would I when you just did?
So we're
I meant for
English department from this year, right?
Eh,
Because if that's, then yeah, I was almost gonna fight Mrs. De Silva on more than one occasion.
who's another teacher who doesn't put stuff in because
Who just
I'm the
makes
only
the
one who
whole grammar.
understands people don't understand. You're making my job so hard.
Good.
I think
wasn't
that's
here
the
to make it
point.
easy.
If it makes you feel any better, it only gets harder.
Eh,
Enjoy this.
So Ariel, are you still here?
Yep.
You just want to be
Oh,
around
yeah.
us.
She's just quiet. He's doing the right thing.
Just playing video game.
So, Ariel, do you have anything to say about the recent developments of sexual assault, harassment, sexual harassment accusations at Rockstar Games? Because news.
Well, this is news for me.
I'm
Exactly.
heading out right now.
What's
Wow.
I've heard like a lot of stuff is going down at like
I'm at Joe
Rockstar
Green.
Games,
I mean,
Blizzard,
I'm at Joe Green.
and like
Is he
I'm not
talking to
informed
Yeah.
on it.
I'm writing an essay on hate crime, so if y'all want to talk about that, so I can have information in the background, that'd be great.
So yeah, so what's turning out that needs to happen is that apparently because of the nature
Checked out.
of
No.
video games and video game creators,
Okay.
there are very few
Fine.
most of like labor
Okay.
forces are actually unionized, so shit like that doesn't happen, but video games aren't unionized.
Okay.
So it
Long
turns
way.
out there's like low key a lot of shady stuff happening in video game companies such as Rockstar and Riot. In fact, just last month, Riot had a walkout because of a lot of shady sexual assault allegations happened, and a lot of people are also actually leaving Blizzard due to low morale and problems inside the company. So, if you're an asshole in video games, your job's in danger because actually a few months ago there was talk. There were talks about
I will check that back later.
unionizing
Bye, Allie.
video game
You know what
companies
I'm saying?
such as Riot or
Oh,
Rockstar.
that was weird. Never mind.
You good, Jay?
Damn,
No, I'm just bad at talking to girls.
that's a lot of information at one time.
You have a girlfriend. Oh, wait, that I've realized more than anyone that don't change shit.
Yeah, so video games starting to get like, I don't know, suddenly more respectable since there's pro video game players, and also there's possibility of union rights for people who make the video games.
Wow.
Probably a
So like,
lot of victims.
all right, so the working for video game companies should be getting better in the future, is what I'm getting.
Yeah, if the unionization actually happens, that and also just general
Good
like, I guess
I left my bag.
social like, I guess upheavals about it, because Riot's walkout for this stuff got like super televised, so it should be getting better regardless of the unionization. Unionization should make it a lot better, which essentially means that that's the government telling people when they can hire people and essentially make HR do stuff. So the thing that makes
Nice.
it so that if you're only that companies can only fire like the newest employees unless they have a specific grievance against a specific employee, that's a union. They were invented during the 1900s during the Industrial Revolution.
Yeah,
History
because
lesson.
everything was like
Yeah,
a lot of shit during the Industrial Revolution because child labor was.
yeah. They essentially were like, hey, we own the stuff, and you guys, the workers, we're going to pay you shit and treat you like shit, and life's going to be shit for you. And they're like, well, what if we got into a group? And then the guys were like, well, oh shit. I guess now we have to actually pay you fair wages, not make your working conditions a literal hell, and also not treat you like actual garbage. And everyone was like, yeah, how about we do that? So that
Yeah.
might be coming to Vigima games.
Woo!
So unionizing seems like a good thing.
SJWs.
Yeah.
It should be a good thing, but who knows what'll happen? What if someone decides to abuse?
And I bet no one can tell that I'm an AP World History student.
No, Michael, no
No
one could
way.
ever tell that ever.
Nope, not
No
at all
one.
because of my detailed understanding of history. Nope, not at all.
Not in
Not at all, because you mention it every podcast.
There's
Ever.
only been two.
Every
Exactly.
podcast.
Well, Michael, out of the two podcasts we have, and both of them you've mentioned it.
Okay?
Extensively.
It's not my fault that history goes into
Yes,
a
it
lot
is.
of stuff. It's not my fault that my history
it is.
class
It is
has
your
given me some understanding of, like, I don't know, government and economy and politics, so that talking about the unionization of video games actually feeds into this sort of thing.
Yes, it is, Michael.
Nice.
It's all your fault. You know why? Because history can rhyme, but you don't have to talk about it. You choose to talk about how history loves to rhyme, and now it looks like it's a big deal. And in fact, it's actually been going on for hundreds, if not.
What are y'all?
Why
Hello.
is
Have
he
y'all heard
ordering?
about that? Have y'all heard about that thing about mainstream media versus YouTubers? Oh,
Bless you.
No, tell me about it.
yeah.
apparently, um, some journalist got really mad at this dude named Crowder, who has this rightist podcast thing
Oh
where he
no.
incessed one of this journalist
Don't go.
gay and Mexican. And then he got the journalist got real mad about it and called out YouTube for it. And then YouTube made a very, very rash or quick policy change on stuff about it. So then a bunch of YouTube channels that are considered right wing, quote unquote, because it's very vague nowadays, because everyone calls everything right wing. So they all got demonetized, and then CNET posted an article about how video game critics are too negative. So then a bunch of channels that criticize video games and stuff got demonetized for being too negative. People are calling it the new
no.
adpocalypse and a war between YouTube and.
Huh.
So that's happened.
Can
Well-
we go back to the glory days of YouTube when it had a small old-fashioned TV and you could just watch whatever you
Yes, I wish we could go back to the past.
Samurai Jack. The thing that I find funny is that stuff like that, I mean, obviously there's certain stuff YouTube's going to want to block, like, I don't know, someone trying to start a neo-Nazi revolution. Yeah, they definitely would want to stamp that out, but, like,
It's their job.
God forbid someone have opinions on the internet.
Yeah.
The funny part is
the whole thing is
Like,
I'm sorry, continue, Ariel.
yeah, because YouTube keeps appealing to the radical SJWs. I don't know if that's the proper term, but that's what I see everywhere, so I'm using it. Keep appealing to them, so a bunch of channels who have nothing to do with politics sometimes get the backlash for the actual Nazis and stuff.
good thing we're not monetized.
Good thing we're too broke.
Yeah, we don't have to worry about getting demonetized for having opinions because they don't have any money to take away from us.
Or they could technically triple copyright strike us one time and then the channel goes down.
With what copyright though?
Copywriting our opinions.
We could sing a tune to a song, and UBM will copyright strike that. We'll copyright it in a second.
Well, they could probably. There's notices on all my Batman Arkham Knight streams that it contains copyrighted content, but no dir.
So they could copyright your entire channel, all the content.
I'm not saying you could copyright strike it because it's a video game that they're selling, but I'm saying I don't know. They could probably find something to copyright it. They could probably copyright my memes or something.
You may have.
See, they can copyright you, but they shouldn't because, there's stuff that says whether you can or cannot copyright stuff. Because if it's transformative content, for example, you playing Arkham Knight,
fair use.
You're playing it and adding your own commentary to it, so they shouldn't be able to copyright it. But they can because YouTube doesn't check if you're actually following copyright law. They'll just someone is very mad about you using this copyright strike.
Yeah, it's just one flag. Oh well, that's one red flag. Let me tear that.
Destroy you.
I mean, low key. I don't know. If I ever do a really
red. Okay.
If I ever make a I don't know, a let's play that gets real huge, like of Attack on Titan or something, learns the theme, but 3 notes in turns it into a remix because it's like copyright that bitch, YouTube.
They'll try.
Hello.
Hey.
Probably.
Are you going to check out?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. So it's going to be by room number. So
Okay.
you're just going to find out over here.
I probably should have wrote down for here too, huh? For check in and check out.
Yeah, if you just want to do that.
Okay.
Nope. Please.
Okay, awesome. So you can keep.
There we go.
You muted Jalen?
Hey, it's not my fault. He had it coming. It's not a permanent mute, okay? We just... He's having more of a life than we are right now. It's interviewing with the 2 viewers watching this, okay?
Hey, I'm getting paid to write a girls' college essay, so leave me out of this.
What the shit? You're getting paid?
I do freelance.
You're getting paid.
I'm sorry,
I have a job over the summer.
I mean, I tried getting one, but they hung up within 17 seconds of me calling, so...
Man, I need a job.
I called, they went, hello, how can I help you? And I was like, I was wondering if you guys are hiring, and then the guy hung up on me, and I couldn't tell if there was, like, he couldn't hear me or something, but he hung up on me, so that was great.
That's rude.
That's nice for your self-esteem.
Yep. I'm assuming that Crimson Weeb can't hear me tell him that he's muted, but if you're trying to talk to us and not checking out, you know, text me when you're, you know, not busy.
He probably can hear us. It's just, he's probably like, hello. Hello! Oh no, he's probably yelling into his phone.
Well, he'll get it eventually. I'm kind of scared to unmute right now.
And he's typing now.
Yep. I want to see this.
I really don't... I'm almost out of ideas right now since, like, we can't fight the chat over anything.
I've been listening the whole time!
Yeah, I know. You okay to be unmuted now?
Alright, get ready for a storm of cursing.
And my computer's malfunctioning. That's always great. Well, I'll just do it on this one.
You're delayed on the unmute.
There we go. And you're back.
Hey guys. Hey guys, how's it going?
Oh, Jalen.
Oh, what, Ronnie? Oh, Ronnie, you poor fool. You thought I was going to swear?
I'm very disappointed.
No, you imbecile. It was I, Dio, the entire time.
Couldn't do that.
And...
Actually, no, it's because I'm in public and I want to, like, build up a good first impression with a lot of these people, so I won't let
never
them
mind.
know what
I definitely understand.
So you're putting in your representative so that the second you lure them into a false sense of security, you can just swipe that rug right above them and they fall down into the holes of heart.
Lynn,
isn't that how we all met?
Me.
But isn't that how we all met?
Yeah.
But in other news, the 9th episode of the 2nd season of One Punch Man just came out. So for those of you who've been waiting for One Punch Man to come out, it's been out for 9 episodes. You're late to the party.
And where do you watch it? This would be nice to know.
It's not on Crunchyroll for some reason, so I can't.
That's
If
unfortunate.
it's not on Crunchyroll, where is it, Michael? Where are you watching it?
Don't worry about it.
But I do worry about it.
I don't know.
Hey, my siege updated.
I'm gonna check if it's on Watch Cartoon.
Lynn, I think you got cut off.
So, random question. Does anybody know what happens if you lie on the stand?
Huh?
If you lie on what?
I think that's a felony on its own.
Yeah, I know it's a felony, but like, how many years do you get? Because I'm trying to write a research paper on freaking hate crimes, but one of the sources that I'm using, one of the several witnesses lied on the stand, but they didn't get any jail time for it. So I'm trying to figure out what that's about.
And we got one viewer. Jordan D is now watching. So, oh boy. Now we might actually have to talk about stuff.
We have been
Yay,
talking.
Are they dead?
my siege updated.
Yay!
Which is another thing on E3. Siege is getting a new game, which will be a PvE zombie shooter, using some of the
Yeah.
at least some of
Looks
the
like-
characters from Siege.
Hey, my
Okay.
obliviousness isn't
Oh, wait, I
in
can't-
full. I actually knew that.
Yep. I wonder if it's gonna be anything like the Outbreak event that happened last October.
Fill in, please.
Yeah, the hazmat thing.
Yeah.
Ooh, Viz is
Oh, the shop looks
releasing
nice.
a set 38 of Naruto. I don't know why, but
40,000.
they are. I
Just what
got the
everybody
alert on
needs to
YouTube.
hear right before they're about to head home.
What?
The battery.
Wait, the what?
Our car battery is dead.
Oh, that's always great.
It is.
Well, there's
That's-
only one thing you can do. Suffer.
You got jump in the box?
Perish.
Nope.
Jumper cables?
Nope.
Rip?
Arabian Nights.
Ariel, I don't know whether that's racist or not to call you racist, so I will just allow you to continue singing Arabian Nights. Aladdin,
Oh.
most likely. So,
But can't we get whatchamacallit, demonetized? Or
We're
if
not
we were
monetized, Ronnie.
I said if we were monetized.
Probably, maybe. I
Oh,
don't
we
know.
can get copy strikes. That can happen, maybe. I don't know.
Let's just
Uh,
assume that they're
yeah.
too busy dealing with, I don't know, important people.
Okay,
Yeah.
sing. I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then there's always the great thing of some people think that the esports community is going to completely collapse, like least around Overwatch, and I'm just like, well, that's always great.
can we still call
because
Roses
of
out
the
of
Blizzard
system?
stuff.
Partially because of Blizzard stuff, and partially because
I think so.
they're not making a lot of money.
Oh,
Well, Jalen,
yeah. What the hell is that?
I might have to hit you
What
with
the hell is this?
I might have to hit you with the M hammer
I put
again.
all my stuff. Okay, I put all my stuff in the
Wow.
trunk.
Everything is brighter.
Wait, was it that paper that they had me sign up there?
I'm gonna hit you with the M. Sorry, bye. Feels
Oh,
bad.
that's weird.
Oh well.
Michael, I'm playing the new cafe.
Oh yeah, and the update dropped. Yeah, so
Yeah,
Operation Phantom Sight is now out for Rainbow Six Siege. They reworked the cafe map and added to
Cafe is a lot brighter.
I know.
The camera, the drones are weird because now they're like different colors.
Hmm.
And I forgot what color I'm supposed to look for. Because it's if it's a attacker drone, the light is yellow, right? I think that's what they.
No idea. I mean,
Because they changed.
They used to
change the lights and it's all weird now.
I don't know. Do you have a Mozzie on your team?
Oh, fuck me! Oh shit, that scared the shit out of me.
What?
I got jumped by a nook.
Oh, that's nice.
Do you mean a Nuck? You uncultured bastard.
Snook.
It's Nuck.
I think.
It's Nuck.
I'm just gonna pronounce it how everyone's not pronouncing it. Technically right, but not how.
It's like supposed to be like Swedish or something because the op is based off of like.
The Swedish frogman.
Yeah, but like
Yeah.
it's spelled this way, but like with a special O, so it's supposed to be pronounced.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so for people joining late, Ariel's here.
What the fuck?
Whoop, whoop.
Oh.
I like
My shotguns weren't putting holes in the walls like I liked them to.
Huh, wow, something
Took
actually
3
working
shots.
out.
It
And
took 3 shots instead of the usual
Jacob Catalan is
Ow.
watching. Hello. We talked about
one. Hello,
your
Jacob.
we talked about your brother briefly and how he was influenced by a bad woman who made him ask a laborer what he makes, which is rude. And bad. Bad rude.
Knocks shit out of me. Oh, and she showed up on the camp. So,
Oh yeah.
E3.
So,
Yeah, I feel like we're forgetting one game. Oh yeah, Star Wars Fallen Order's coming out. You'll get to play as a Jedi and go
Oh.
noom things. And for once, it's a game from E3 about Star Wars with, wait for it, a story.
whoa!
Yep, it only took like 5 Battlefronts
But
for it
isn't
to
it made-
happen.
But isn't it like made by like EA?
Yeah, it's made by EA. I'm
don't
hoping.
like that.
Yeah, a lot of people are really skeptical, especially after the microtransaction apocalypse that happened with the last Battlefront game.
Yeah, they might
So-
legalize.
Just imagine
Microtransactions.
what would happen if, you're playing the game and then you just see a hole in the code where a character is supposed to be, and it goes, yeah, if you want to unlock this character, pay $8.99. In a story-based game, that'd be outrageous.
Yeah, I know a game that used to do that. It was Wizards 101.
That's
Because I used to.
really weird, but it's okay because Wizards 101 is dead, so they got what was coming to
Yeah,
them.
Wizards 101 and Pirates 101 was like. You
My
could
shit
do
as a
like
kid.
you could do like 10% of the story, but then if you wanted to continue, you had to become a member of like the
No,
Wizards
you could
Club.
literally only do the introduction, and that was it.
So what I'm
I
hearing
don't even
is
think I got that far.
it was like it's introductory drugs. You're only allowed to do
Yeah,
the
but
beginning.
it used to not be like that because I did like half of, like when I was like 5, I did like half of the story before I became a member, and then I lost that account. So like 2 years later, I tried again, and it's like you have to be a member to continue, and I'm like, oh, I don't like that.
All the broke people just jump ship there, which again reminds me of the possibly failing Overwatch esports community due to there's a lot of money flowing into it because the number of people sponsoring it, but the amount of money flowing out isn't so great because like with the normal sporting event you can charge like 40 I think I heard 46% of their sales are like for the NBA or something are normally like based off of
Hello?
like entrance, so like to watch
Oh,
the event.
sorry.
But then like with Overwatch events and stuff, a bunch of it is just people watching it for free on Twitch. So if people post if a bunch of companies pull their subscriptions for whatever reason, the Overwatch pro community could be totally screwed.
Damn.
Yep.
A lot of factors go into much everything.
Especially because Overwatch is owned by Blizzard, who isn't making a new game and didn't really release anything during the
Wasn't there news of Overwatch 2?
I don't think so.
Cause it was like, cause everyone was like panicking, cause like they dropped.
The only new thing
Because
I know
apparently
about
they
Overwatch
dropped.
is the fact that Netflix is making a movie for it. That's about it.
Also, Lego's in bed with freaking Overwatch, and I'm just like, wow.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I don't know how to feel about
Huh?
Yeah, so there's Lego sets for Overwatch, which is mildly hilarious. And viewers turning in late again. What's your favorite thing about E3?
Pokemon. They revealed a new gym leader, and like it's been
And Jalen's back again. Yay. Nope, it lied to me. I said off the mute and it still muted him, so I guess you muted yourself.
Alright, I have to go real quick.
Okay. That's fine. If you want to come back, you can just pop in and be like, it's a Mario. And Jacob Catalan's excited for the new Zelda. Which looks low-key like... Oh, the sequel. Okay, yeah. I'm excited for the sequel, too. Because I really enjoyed Breath of the Wild. I ain't so hyped for, Link's Awakening. Oh, yeah, and Minecraft Dungeons is a thing. Which kind of reminds me of Link's Awakening, because they're both top-down 2D dungeon crawling explorer gigs. So that should be interesting. Except Minecraft Dungeons is cooperative. Because you could do 4-player multiplayer local. Which will be a thing. The question is, will it be as popular as the normal Minecraft? Any predictions? And Banjo-Kazooie was also released for Smash. Again. But the only news so far on the Rainbow Six Siege
Alright, I'm back.
multiplayer Rainbow Six Siege Pro League scene is the I don't think they're current reigning champs anymore, but they were like a few months ago. G2, they traded Jonas. Well, they didn't trade, but Jonas no longer has a job, and Uno from the stream, I believe, is now a full-time member of G2's esports' Siege team.
I don't know what that means though.
The pro teams for Siege G2, they acquired a new player who used to work on stream.
Oh, you're
Less
talking
stream.
about the...
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, I understand.
Pingu confirmed it while playing, you guessed it, Siege.
What? I got killed by a clip.
I feel like there's some
Oh.
thing I'm forgetting. Let's see.
No, but
Oh yeah, PlayStation is skipped E3, and they're doing their own like E3-esque event in February called Destination PlayStation. So that should be
Wait,
interesting.
February?
Yeah.
That's an entire year from now.
Yep. I believe it's in February. Relatively certain it was in February. I did my research, unlike Ronnie.
I don't think that seems like a good idea. But, like, what do I know?
I'm relatively certain it was in February.
Also, where did everyone else go?
But I don't know.
Because I see them, but I don't hear them.
Yeah, they're pretty much.
I just have my thing and push to talk and I'm kind of doing something.
And, you know, Ronnie's dead. I'm assuming he's roadblocking someone in a different world.
no.
And then there's the problem with anthems.
Oh, Anthem.
Yeah, Rusty Peace Anthem. So, their game developer was like, yeah, we're just trying not to rush it out the door. And everyone's like, well, why didn't you not rush it out the door when you released it? One of the online events that's supposed to, like, give you actually very good stuff that they were promised kind of didn't come out yet. So now they're trying to work on it happening. Yeah, it's still really buggy, and it's just like everyone's wondering if game developers are ever gonna like actually like lose viewership from selling $60 pieces of shit to people only to fix them later.
Yeah, it seems that's been happening because of Anthem, Fallout 76.
Yeah, that was buggy as heck.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think as long as people like.
See, if you have an incomplete game, but they should have done this for Fallout 76. I don't know about, but they should have just like if their game was incomplete, they should have just like, and they already promised a date. They should have just said, "Hey, the game is like incomplete, and it took a lot more time than we thought it was gonna take. So can we like push it back a little bit because that's what Nintendo did with Animal Crossing."
And like to be
But, like-
honest,
does with every game.
like
Works.
even freaking like especially with Fallout 76, they have such like a grip on their viewership that I feel like even if they went, yeah, it turns out it's not coming out for 6 months, they'd still have a lot of people buy the game regardless. They're like,
Yeah,
well,
because like
that
pre-order.
that pisses me off, but we're still Fallout
it's
fans.
like-
Out pre-order. They
because
can make all that.
like Anthem might have not been able to do it because I don't know if they're made by like a big developer.
Well, yeah, but
like
they weren't made by a big developer, but like a lot of people were hyped for what they're bringing out because Anthem is essentially like if you took Iron Man Simulator and gave it lots more guns, sharp things, and whatnot. There was a lot of people that I know that were hyped to play it, but knew it was going to disappoint them, and they were right. But, eventually it'll be playable, and then we'll actually see whether or not it's, I guess,
Good.
bad or not. Since, like, a lot of the stuff that I'm pretty sure was promised in the game's coming out for DLC, and I'm just like, if you have to pay for that DLC, you're gonna have some serious problems.
they should have just like held it back because with all the hype they have, they've accumulated. At least most of the fans or whatever would have understood why they're holding it back.
Yeah. And then there's
Shame.
Microsoft, who, because of Sony's no-show to E3, they came out with 14 different games.
Wow,
Like, oh,
that's
not gonna be here.
And those
No.
are all first
No,
party,
let's
so
Ooh.
it's pretty extreme. I couldn't name all of them, but I know that they came out with a
and
lot.
then they also revealed Xbox also revealed the Project Scarlet, which is like because I saw it and I was thinking, oh, what about the PlayStation? Are they making a new PlayStation? It turns out PlayStation didn't show up.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who think that was a mistake.
So like
realize. Edition.
so yeah, and then I'm just hyped for the new Halo game if there is a.
Yeah, Halo Infinite got a new trailer. Gears 5 was announced for like November or September of next year. Let's see.
Cool.
They're also working with Ubisoft to do the new Assassin's Creed DLC, the Assassin's Creed Odyssey DLC, Watch Dogs Legion.
Oh my God! They put back Claymores and
Yeah, so
they put the Claymores back in the shields. Oh, I didn't notice. I should have noticed that when I got killed by a Claymore, but I'm just now noticing it.
Yeah, so
Anyways, continue.
for an amount of time, Siege lost the Claymore and the deployable shield, which I really missed that deployable shield.
Yeah.
Which
They
now
said
that-
it wasn't gonna come out, right? But
Wait,
like,
can
I
you
guess
see
it's
through it?
here.
Can you see through the deployable shields now, since that's the update they were supposed to get? Did they fix them or did they
but
update
the-
them?
I think they just fixed them. But the back is white now and it's gray.
Huh. Yeah, the update that's supposed to come to the deployable shield is they're supposed to get small, like, little slits that are mirror windows for everyone to see. which I guess is, and also they're fixing how it like fits in doorways so people can't pixel peek you, which I guess should be fun, but I've never like actually had to deal with the pixel peeking. But low key, the way the like legs work in the prone position, kind of screwy. People think they're undercover, but like their legs go back, so people can like see them. And also, like they need to stop nerfing Blitz. Like everyone's so angry about how you fight him, but like he's not that hard to kill. As a Blitz main, I can tell you that it is not that hard. Like if you even get a freaking What?
Someone said this. You think that way because you're a trashy Blitzman. I have fought against like many Blitzes in my time, and like there's almost no way to. Oh no.
Well, what I'm saying is the only reason you can't kill Blitzmain is because you're fighting him on his terms. But if you get even a 15-degree angle on his shield, you'll kill him. His shield doesn't go around as much as Monty. So, like, if you're in an open hallway, literally just walk to left or right quick enough, and you can put enough shots in his side to kill him. But then again, everyone's getting the Nerf hammer, so it's like, it might even be even now.
My game just crashed. That's never happened before.
Well, now some PS4 activists are going to say this is why it's better than Xbox. I mean, I'm just surprised that we managed to talk about Halo and Perplexity not springing to life, but whatever.
See, I hope the new game isn't like Halo 5.
I've calmed myself down. We already talked about Halo in the last stream, so, you know.
Well, yeah, but Halo Infinite, it kind of looks like Breath of the Wild with the amount of wilderness on it. Also looks like the game's going to be taking place on a Halo ring. Which is why...
So we all know that's going to get activated.
Yeah, but what are all of the rhinoceros dinosaur-looking things that are living on the Halo ring? Where are they going to go?
Through it.
I mean, I'd say PETA hopes not, but they euthanize shit, so like,
Yeah, we care about animals, and by we care about animals is existence is pain, and we'll get them out of it.
I mean, they can't suffer if they're dead.
Yeah.
Not like we could try to find them a good home, but no. They can't suffer if they're dead.
Catch PETA trying to take my dogs away from me just to you. I'd go John Wick on them. That's what I do.
I'm surprised, like... they haven't, like... PETA hasn't come for the John Wick movies. I'm kind of surprised that hasn't happened yet.
Because they
PETA probably did, but it got...
fan base is gonna, like, destroy them.
And then there's all the people who are like, wow, John Wick's from Fortnite is now in Cyberpunk. You fools.
No, stop.
But, like, Keanu Reeves is, like, an actual badass. Like...
He really is.
Yeah, since he trained with Navy SEALs or something in order to be mildly realistic when doing John Wick.
All the stuff in the movies isn't like the very big stunts. Most of it is like actually Keanu Reeves fighting people with guns stuff.
Yep.
And it's all one shot. Most of it, there's not a lot of like fast cuts or whatever, like most action movies.
Which is why doesn't make me puke.
Yeah, that was the big appeal of the first John Wick movie. There weren't a lot of fast cuts. That the fighting was like real high quality. It was very nice.
He's one of my favorite actors because he actually takes the roles seriously.
Aspiring Icarus is confused how on earth we got to murder John Wick, because E3, because doggos, because rhinoceroses that are on the Halo ring that are going to be in Halo Infinite, and someone's probably going to try and kill him, and yeah, that's not going to be great. Because you can't just have dogs in video games and not expect someone to try and murder them.
You can't have dogs in JoJo's.
Oh god. Well, I tried for as long as I could, guys, but this has just become a JoJo stream now. It lasted, you know, 4 hours and 19 minutes of it not being a JoJo's thing, and Ariel
A
has
good
come
2
here.
hours and 20 minutes.
Ariel has
A
come
good
here.
2 hour and 20 minutes of topic, and I am distraught it broke the camel's back.
Ariel just came in here and hijacked my podcast. Speaking of which, it was Iraqi's birthday like a week ago.
It was on Friday.
Yeah.
It was not only JoJo's Friday, but also Iraqi's birthday.
You gotta stop.
I mean, you guys actually would have to speak up to stop us. Shade thrown. I feel like there's a Salt Train rant that I could make, but now I'm forgetting which one it is. And
Which
now I'm
one?
going to, I guess, open the podcast up to see whether or not the chat's going to try and fight us again, like it did last time. So, I guess, what will it be, chat? You know, do you feel feisty and wily? Or are you just going to, like, mellow out and let us do our thing? I feel like, low-key, we should just talk about all the things we talked about in the first 50 minutes since no one was watching that. And we all know they didn't go back and watch it. Which, I guess is, you
No
know...
one goes back in a live stream.
Well, I did when watching G2 in the invitationals, but then again, you know, that's me. And also, it's kind of would be, I guess, mild chaos to have 3 people watching and no one commenting because they're like 50 minutes back in a stream. So, I mean, I guess we'll just recap for them so that the people who watch the whole thing later after it's not live can just be pissed off at us for our lack of content or something. But then again, we talked about we talked about sexual harassment allegations, E3, the Pro League scene for several video games, all the stuff going out for E3, murder, John Wick, PETA, mild amounts of inner YouTube politics, all the stuff that's going wrong in the world with media. So I feel like we can't be yelled at for not having content. Well, Jacob Catalan says yes, so I don't know if he's agreeing with me or what he's agreeing with me on. But, yeah. I mean, I feel like we could talk about the pun event more now that people are here. Yeah, I'm known for my puns, as people may or may not know, and we're gonna try and get like 4 different people to 4v1 me so that I can still win and be better than them and to prove my superiority in the world of puns. Because, like a pencil that is sharpened, you should get the point. See, this is what happens when you leave me to my own devices. I just make things that, like, will end up making people hate me even more. Like, I feel like if I did, like, a lot of podcasts, you know, maybe my viewership would, like, rise, and the second I do that event, it's just gonna dip right back down to nothing. It's like, nope, I don't want to see it. It'll be too much for me. 3 hours of nothing but him making shitty puns? I'd rather kill myself. That's what people are thinking.
Likely to happen. I'm pretty sure you're gonna be A-okay.
I don't know. Because the thing is, I don't know if people realize that if you're not getting death threats for your puns, you're doing it wrong.
He gave you.
You gave me what? Discord's being an asshole.
Attempted to give you a death threat, but I didn't actually. Lynn, you gave him that for one of his.
Well, I don't know if when it comes to Lynn, I don't know if those are considered like promises or threats.
I make promises.
I bet whoever made the original joke of that is like rolling in their grave if they're dead. That or they're really angry that someone wouldn't put that shit on the internet. Now no one know. Now no one can claim that it was originally theirs because no one will believe them because it's the internet.
Yep. Or I can just say, instead of making promises, I give you guarantees.
And that's 100% back. That if we don't murder you the first time, your money back guarantee. Yeah, someone's saying
It
words.
won't matter because you'll.
Unless you can pay us, and we'll try a second time.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Hey,
So the snack murder food shirt is still in the works. Jalen, you said you wanted it back in, and I unmuted you, but you remuted yourself. So I don't. That's on you, kid.
Hey, Michael,
What? Speak up.
I found a deal on microphones for $17.
Well, do you have $17?
Man, if only I had $17.
And 95 cents.
Well, I mean, might have 95
That's
cents.
$18, and that's already too much.
I have a literal $6 in my bank account.
I don't know. DM me the specs and I might do a thing. I feel like we've glossed over what was going to be the main talking point of this podcast, which was what happened at the Botanical Garden. Which, people, I don't think you recognize how much, like, cultural shit actually goes down in the, like, botanical gardens near you. I've seen some stuff. Not necessarily all of it was in this state, but I've seen some shit. So sometimes the botanical gardens in your various states, in your various cities, will do like cultural events. Yeah. So the people, because we all go to the same high school, being me, Ronnie, and Jacob, and his younger brother, and the teacher and a few of her friends, went to this.
Little shit.
He wasn't a little shit. He was impressionable. Impressionable. We're going with that. Yeah. We went to one in Fort Worth for the anime club, because they were hosting the taiko drums, which are, believe it or not, Japanese drums.
Whoa.
Who would have thought? Yeah. Ronnie, how would you say the experience was? And use English and be descriptive, not just go, "It was good. We saw things," because that just doesn't help anyone.
You better have seen things, because if you're blind.
Then what are you doing on a video game podcast? It's not like you can have shooting people in Siege in Braille.
With no general...
Which is why I fear losing my eyesight. But yes, Ronnie, how was it?
The one before you?
The one we both went to. The most recent one.
Alright, so... Cold.
Ronnie, you're failing me.
What? You help in this illustration. Okay, quick version. We came.
You're cutting out now, so.
We got there and we met Jacob's little brother. What's his name?
Noms.
Yes, he was an impression. Just saying, we were not the best.
So they had several games, like trying to use a rice paper and a paperclip hook to get water balloons out of a thing. They had a lot of candy from Japan. It was very cultural. And yeah, so the merch that we got, other than the snacks, was everyone got their name written in Japanese by a calligrapher.
Ooh, we played,
Mahjong, not the Matching Tiles version.
fun.
Because I believe Mahjong actually refers not to the game you play while matching tiles, but the actual tiles themselves. So Japanese Mahjong is kind of like a card game with tiles instead. Yeah, we know it's Nahum, but Noms is so much more better.
Michael, we need to play shogi.
Oh yeah, we can live stream it, you know. I haven't actually even touched shogi in like a year.
Yeah, same.
I'll have to train up again. Yeah, which reminds me of an idea, which would probably require a lot of production money, maybe, to do, which was just like, I don't know, every week, just have like a library full of like multiplayer games or whatever. And then just the object of the thing was there would be like a schedule, and each person just had to challenge whoever was reigning champ to a game, any game. It could be like
look at all this.
first person to get a headshot in Siege. But, you know, that would require people actually being in the same physical location, and that'd be hard. So, you know, maybe an idea for another day. Shogi could be one of those, which, for those of you who don't know, is Japanese chess. But the thing that makes it a lot harder is any piece you capture you can put down back on the board in certain areas. So, even if you sacrifice your queen to get a piece, they have a queen now that they can drop pretty much anywhere. So, the sacrifices gig that you do in chess is a lot harder in that game.
Oh god.
But
yeah, shogi is like, I never understood what I was doing half the time.
I know. And one of the things that I've seen at a botanical garden in St. Louis, not in Tejas, because that's in Missouri, was they used garbage like plastic bottles to create sculptures. So the dong, like the, you know, I guess if you think of a stereotypical, like, real ancient Chinese ship with a sideways sail made of rice paper, yeah, they made one of those out of plastic bottles. And then they made a dragon out of teacups. It's pretty cool. And I don't know when Jalen is ever going to actually bring himself back into this universe, or if he actually ever will. Who knows? But, yeah, looks like the chat is also not feeling like fighting us today. And apparently Jacob calls his brother Nam. Not like Pam, but Nam. Also, I guess one of the reasons that the viewership for this podcast was on the lesser side compared to last time, I believe the schedule for lay podcasts from now on, well, not now on, as of this week, is going to be Tuesdays and Thursdays. And then after, you know, 2 days from now, well, in 2 days, Thursday, it will be Tuesdays and Fridays. So, yeah, Tuesdays and Fridays after this week at 2. You know, I guess be sure to tune in and see what we're doing. You know, since this time we talked about E3, we might talk about other stuff next time.
Yeah.
And we probably won't have Ronnie on next time.
Yeah.
But Lynn might be there. And possibly Ariel too. Who knows?
Hey, just found.
So I guess we're just gonna close it for today, you know. Anyone have any finishing remarks to make? Declarations of war?
I have a few.
Okay, go for it.
I declare war on
Danny,
the Wooloo crew.
do you speak for yourself or for a group?
Because we only have a member of the. We have a member of the Marie Mafia named Marie Gang Gang. And we're friends, I guess. So why would you want a war? Ugh.
In such peace.
Anyways, Wooloo is the superior Pokemon to Mareep. I'm just gonna say that.
Mareep is forever.
I don't want war, but I will say that.
It is not. It is garbage. It freaking rolls out. It's no better than Miltank.
I'm not gonna lie.
Miltank is better. Because you know what? Ariel, I'll tell you what. When the game comes out, if you can beat the game with just your starter and Wooloo, I will accept Wooloo is on par with Mareep. Because you could get Mareep and your starter, and you could essentially beat the whole game with just those two Pokemon.
Because
I don't doubt that. I'm not gonna say I can do it.
Pause.
If you can do that with very little.
I'm typing up the. Also, we've got apparently more people in the Wooloo crew in our crowd. And I'm typing up, I guess, the credits. You know, we have Lynn as herself, Ariel as himself. The co-host, obviously, Jalen plays Jalen, the co-host. Michael, me, is myself. And then the kid who forgot his homework is played by Ronnie. Because the running joke of giving one person a random credit is yes.
Me. It's me. It's always.
Okay, yeah, but if you're not on next time, it can't be you.
Fair enough.
Let's see, did we have any other walk-ons? Oh, yes,
Jalen's college classmates as themselves.
There we go. So, yeah, credits done. Declarations of war, I guess, out the way. We done with those? Lynn said she had a few, then didn't say anything.
To the people who gave this girl her essay, I'm really gonna put my hands on you because we need to have a civilized discussion as to what is going on with this format you've given.
Any other declarations of war?
I declare war against Michael when it's sword versus shield.
Okay.
I would like to declare war on PETA.
On who? You're gonna have to say that again, Lynn.
On PETA.
Okay. Final declaration of me for you and Lynn. Michael.
I'm very confused. What?
I'm declaring war against you and Lynn.
Okay.
I do.
In our campaign. Because you two are the ones I've had to plan the most for. So, I'm declaring war against the two of you. Michael, you and I are about to have a JoJo fight, and I want Ariel to be there to, attempt to see it.
I like how you're getting angry at me, not really angry, for mentioning AP World History in every single one of the podcasts so far, because there's only been 2 of them. The same goes to you for mentioning your D&D campaign.
I know. Shameless plug.
Yeah, but the shameless plug is something I am very familiar with. Yeah. So, Ronnie, anything last words?
Not particular. Not getting.
Well, then, remember, guys, spread the word on the schedule for the podcasts. Lynn, you started talking right as I started talking. What was that?
Nothing, because I forgot it.
It's been 3 seconds. Okay, well, yeah, so spread the word on the schedule for when stuff is gonna happen, because it's gonna happen, and, you know, maybe you'll actually be there to see it. So, yeah, see ya, humans, next time, in 2 days from now. Maybe we'll actually have more content to speak about then. Peace out.
Come with a list of things.
I had a list of things. You see that chat called talking points? What do you think it's full of? The answer, points for talking. So, yeah. Bye.